Hey, it's been a while. I haven't seen you guys since, I want to say, the opening day of Epic Universe, maybe? Unless you're following me on Instagram, which if you're not, I'll put it right down there. I've been a lot more active on there. But my long-form content has been suffering lately for multiple reasons, and I kind of want to talk to you guys authentically about that. I had a lot planned for this channel throughout August and September, throughout the haunt season. It started with going out to Vegas to the opening day of Universal's Horror Unleashed experience, and it went a little something like this.
All cameras have to go back to your car. It's not coming past here, so you can move, but you'll move over there.
I need to tell you guys, cameras whatsoever. Then they told me to tell you that we are doing cameras. Then they came and said if they have a camera, they have to have a media badge. You guys have a car you can put it in?
Yeah, we're from Florida.
They gave you a flat trash bag to put your camera in.
I'm sure you all saw the fallout from that. I also don't think you guys are really interested in that, which is perfectly fine. So I didn't do a video. And then there was another day where I went to Epic to try and film an Express video, whether or not it's worth it. And by then, a few different people had done that, but I think the park was still too new for that to really be relevant or valid information. And so I didn't upload that either. And then 1 week since an upload became 2, became 3, became a month, became 2 months, now almost 3 months later, and I have so many things that I have filmed. I mean, I'll put them all right here. So many things that I filmed, but haven't actually uploaded because I don't feel right doing so. And so, cue the intro. Today on Park Pursuit, we're going to be talking about the state of theme park content creation and theme park creators, and why the way things are right now feels very heavy for me. I think you guys know by now that, some of my closest friends in this space are also some of the bigger mainstream creators for theme park content. Between people like Kevin and Tyler and Dillon, there's so much variety of content that's out there. But they're all mainly long-form content creators. And it's not to say that I'm not friends with short-form content creators as well, because I am. But I feel like there's been a bit of a divide recently. I feel like when it comes to theme park content, there is just not much to go around. And to really break out, you have to be authentic. And now I think one of the biggest issues with needing that level of authenticity is that everybody's idea of what an authentic reaction to something is different. Some people see authenticity on a camera and they mistake that for negativity, or they believe that they're just being a contrarian because that's their brand, is to be contrarian. And I don't think that's true. But on the other side of things, there are some people that think that being excited for everything and loving everything and thinking everything is nearly perfect is an inauthentic reaction. That it's just being fluffed up for the camera or just to get media, to get invites to things. And I don't think that's true either. And I think that divide between accountability and excitement is creating this cesspool of he said this, she said that, they did this, talking about these inauthentic reactions and talking about lying to the viewers, and they're a completely different person on camera than off camera. And I don't know that that's always the truth. And so I've been struggling a lot with that lately because I want to create authentic content for you guys. My biggest passion is telling stories. I've always said that I want to create videos not only to tell my story, but to help you guys tell your story. In a way. My Monsters video, that was the video that really kind of blew up a little bit, put me on the map for quite a few of you. I really enjoyed going through those comments and reading your experiences with the Monster Cafe or the old versions of the makeup show. It made me feel good that I put my heart and soul into something that so many of you found to be relatable and nostalgic and could help you share those memories with somebody that would really appreciate them. And so that's the kind of stuff that I want to do. I'm not really a vlogger. in case you haven't noticed. I don't have that natural tendency to be able to just whip out the camera and talk and everything is okay. But I still want to do things for myself. I want to be authentic. I want to create videos that I would enjoy watching. And lately what I've been making, I haven't really felt that way. I think part of it is trying to find out where I fit in all of this. I mean, I have friends in this space that make documentaries like I did, but then I also have friends who all they do is vlog, and I don't know. I don't know where I fit in there. And then there's the short form route. I personally don't enjoy short form content as a creator because I want to be able to connect with you guys on a level that I think you can only achieve through long thought out content. And I'm not saying an hour's worth of HHN vlogs, but like my monsters video, I'm going to keep going back to that because that's the video that I'm most proud of, and that's the type of content that I want to get back to and that I know you guys enjoy. And so I'm just trying to get there, so bear with me. But I think on the other side of things, there's just so much going on in this community, so much negativity on both sides of the war, if you want to call it, between long form content and short form content, that really all we're doing is creating more noise for ourselves. And some people thrive on it. Some people love that noise. They can take that and they can tune it and people will watch, and other people start drowning. And you can tell they're getting bitter. You can tell that, things aren't quite going their way, so let's make a video about it. And all the power to you if that's what you'd like to do, but that's not me. I thought that going into this would be some type of hit piece on the community in a way. And the more I sat down and recorded this quite a few times now, I realized that that's not what I'm going for. I think one of the biggest issues right now is that as theme park creators, it is our duty, in a sense, to tell these stories to people that can't be here, people that aren't here to experience it themselves. I think back when I was living in Massachusetts or Vermont and I watched Tyler's videos or I watched Kevin's videos. That was a way for me to kind of put myself in this magical themed world because I couldn't be there. Now I live here. I live in Orlando and I don't take that for granted. The fact that I can just drive 15 minutes up the road and be in Universal and be at HHN, I don't take that for granted in any way. But I feel like it was losing its magic a little bit, and I wanted to reel that back in. I get that rage baiting gets clicks. I understand. I also get that we have very strong opinions about certain things. And I want to hear those strong opinions. But things have just been so toxic, and I think HHN, it's really come to a head, which is a shame because this is genuinely the best year of HHN we've had in many years. I enjoy every single house. I enjoy every single scare zone. Even Club Horror is kind of growing on me a little bit. But then you have things like this and how people are interacting with scare actors. And then people see that and they think, well, let me make a hit piece on how people are interacting with scare actors because that'll get views, right? At the end of the day, I don't really care about getting views. I would rather be in a room full of 100 people that watch this video and really enjoy it than be in a room full of tens of thousands of people that barely know who I actually am. And I think that's really important for any content creator to have that connection with their audience. I've met some of you who have become my closer friends in this space, and we met because you watched my videos. And then you followed me or you found me, or so seriously, thank you, because that's exactly why I do this, to connect with you. And I also want to talk about HHN this year. I know that after, opening week, views kind of dipped down, but I think it's important that we talk about the quality of what's going on this year, because I think that's a really good sign for all of us. And I guess deep down inside, I was hoping that the event really being back, if you want to call it, would bring us all together, and it really hasn't. And I do think part of it, again, is that discourse of why are we making this content? What are we doing it for? I think when you make content, there's a few different pillars that you have to talk about, right? So let's talk about the HHN Media Night. Why were those creators invited? Who were they? Well, to answer why, there's, again, a couple different pillars. On one hand, these people have audiences. A short form creator that knows nothing about theme parks, but they have a significant audience. You place your money on whether or not these videos they create might bring in those non-theme park audiences into theme parks. Okay, that from a business perspective, that makes perfect sense. On the other hand, you have these theme park creators with dedicated audience members who want to see this type of content every single year, and they engage with it. They buy tickets. Dillon, for example, did not get invited to the media event, but I know for a fact that Dillon sells a lot of tickets. He sells express passes. You can go in his comment sections and you can see it. I wasn't going to buy an express pass until I got your review on it. That's a couple $100 for Universal right then and there for an express pass that they would not have gotten otherwise if those videos weren't made. So there's the money side of it. But then as creators, why do we create videos? Do we create them to get the views, to pay the bills, to engage and connect with people? All of the above? None of those are the wrong answer. But I think a lot of us are losing that sense. I think a lot of us are failing to answer that for ourselves. Why am I still doing this? As a part-time creator, as a full-time creator, why am I doing this? Am I doing this because this is my job? Am I doing this because I love it? Am I doing this because I hate it? Because there are some of you out there, trust me, I know, I've been there. I think that's an important thing to consider. Why are we still doing this? All right, so it's another day, but going back to what I just asked, why are we doing this? Who are we doing this for? What's the reason behind it? I actually went on Instagram and I asked some of you guys, why, as content creators, why do you create? And it's honestly been really helpful because here's some of the answers that I was given, and there's a decent amount of them. So Park Hopper said, for the enjoyment of it and for others. Someone else said, I don't know how not to. I feel I'd go insane if I didn't express myself somehow. Kevin said to make sure that things are documented correctly for future generations, which I think is actually really important, especially with the types of videos that I like to create. That historical footage is so key. It was so amazing to see like old home videos like on tape that were digitized in order to be viewed today and using those. Bree said, for fun. Justin said, I love this community. It challenges me to better myself and it keeps me inspired daily, which is huge. Alexa said, I love connecting and meeting people, meeting like-minded people, and it creates memories for me. The Dillon Thomas said, creating content is just genuinely fun and bringing people enjoyment is great. B and Alex said that there's not enough characters for this, which is, I understand what they're saying. Jess says if you're talking about videos, it's because it's fun and I love it. Nikki said time's gonna pass anyways, might as well share your ideas to a camera and other people. Katie said that she's passionate about what she's making. Losh says he does it because he loves it. He loves to keep these memories forever and it's like a time capsule. And then Dave Solo says that it's the cure for his ADHD, which is, again, great work, Dave. But reading through these answers, it kind of makes me realize why some of you guys answering this like are my closest friends in this space, because you have something that drives you. Not a single one of you said that it's because it's your job or to pay the bills or because it gets views. Like, you are all very passionate about what you're making. And for some of you, this is your full-time job and has been for years and probably will be for years. But you're still having fun and you still feel purpose doing it. It's beyond just the commercialization of what content creation is today. And some of those were long-form creators, some of those were short-form creators, and I think that that's kind of important that we, both sides of that aisle have that idea of creating things that we want to create because we feel we need to for ourselves and for others, because we want to. So thank you, because that's really, for me, really inspiring, because I think I needed to remind myself of why I'm doing this. And it's because it's fun. I'm so passionate about theme parks. Look at all this crap behind me that I spent way too much money on. I love going and experiencing new things, meeting new people. I've met so many new people in the 2 years since I've lived here than ever before through this community. So thank you guys, seriously. I'm connecting, I'm growing, I'm gaining a new appreciation for all the hard work that goes into themed entertainment. And when things go wrong, like Vegas, I gain an appreciation for all the things that have gone right in the past and how much work it must have been to ensure that things like HHN Orlando, HHN Hollywood run so smoothly. Because you got Vegas, where you've got one cast per house. That's really draining on all of those employees. It's draining on the guests. So it kind of helps you appreciate what does work when you see what doesn't. But that doesn't mean something not working, and calling that out means you're a negative and inauthentic person. I can be authentically myself without shitting on everything. I can also be my authentic self by absolutely glazing everything. It is what it is. And I think that some people out there just need to accept that it's okay to be angry, it's okay to be upset, and others need to accept that it's perfectly fine to love what you're doing every single day. To put on that camera and say, this drink's amazing, this food is amazing, I love this, I think everything here is great. Why are we calling people liars for giving us their honest opinion? And who are you to say that it's not their honest opinion? Who are you to say that they're just doing it for the camera? How do you know? You have your audience, I have mine, they have theirs, they overlap sometimes, but we've all built our audiences by being our authentic selves, one way or another. And if you've built your audience being somebody you're not, then how long can you really keep that up? That's just something to keep in mind. So where do we go from here? That's the question, isn't it? Where do I go from here? I don't know. I'm not going to stop making videos, not by any stretch. I think I just needed to get this off my chest and really find where I fit in. Because you won't see me going through the FNAF house on media night making a Material Girl TikTok. I don't think that connects with you. I don't think that any of my audience would enjoy that. I don't think any of the reactions I get, any of the likes or the comments are going to be like, oh, I love this creator. No, they're just like, oh, it's funny. You have no idea who I would be in that case. So I'm going to take my time. I do have a video coming up on the Unmasking the Horror Tours and breaking down all the lore and secrets there, combining that with some experiences from Premium Scream and opening night and a couple different nights of the event to really give a definitive ranking for me of all 10 houses. And it's going to take some time to put together. It's all filmed, but editing it is going to take some time. I think I have found where I want to go with this, what I want to do, and who I want to do it with. And unfortunately, I know that there's going to be a lot of people that disagree with what I'm saying today. There's going to be people that are standing their ground and who think that, no, it's not okay to be negative, or no, it's not okay to be overly positive and optimistic, including some people that I think are very close to me, and that's okay. If any of you want to talk this out, if any of you want to share your thoughts, you don't want to leave a comment, just DM me on Instagram. You know where to find me. I have so much more to say on this topic. I really want to go into what I think needs to change in the theme park content space from both big creators and small creators. The clout chasing is pretty crazy, I think, especially at HHN, especially with interactions with art. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is this. When I was there on Premium Scream Night and we were filming things, there was somebody that passed by, just a random guest, who made a comment about YouTubers and creators, because we all had our cameras out. And they were clearly making fun of the fact that, we were sharing things that seemed completely meaningless to them, such as the wait times for the houses. And for a second, it was pretty demoralizing hearing that comment being made. And I wanted to say something back, but I didn't. And it made me sad, because it made me wonder if the general consensus is that theme park creators are ruining the theme park experience. And so I kind of decided to put my camera away for the rest of the night and kind of reflect on that. Like, are we so set on creating these videos and getting everything done that we're not even enjoying what we're doing anymore? But then I go on Instagram and I get DMs, I get replies to my story, I get comments on YouTube, even older videos of all these people talking about how much they appreciate that coverage because they can't be here. Or how certain things I've created have changed their view, made them think that something is not as bad as they first thought, like Club Horror, for example. Or the opposite, that people who are really excited for something realize that maybe I shouldn't spend my money doing this. And so I realized for every negative person who looks down on theme park creators, there's a bunch of other viewers in their place that really enjoy what we do. And that's who we do it for. Whether you have a small audience like mine or a large audience. At the end of the day, we all share the same goal. We all share the same passion, the same love for theme parks. We just all showcase it in different ways. Some of us, the tough love tactic, and others were very parental and protective of these places that we love to spend so much time. So at the end of the day, just that one comment on a video, that one DM on Instagram can turn everything around, and it has for me. So I'm not going anywhere. Just remember who we're really doing this for and why we're doing this. If you would like to check out the video that I was discussing earlier about the Universal Monsters, then you can go ahead and click on this video right here. Or if you would like to see a video that YouTube recommends specifically for you, then go ahead and click right over here. My name is Austin. This has been Park Pursuit. Hope to see you all in the parks, in the fog, real soon. Take care, and seriously, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Falling into love hurts just as much as falling out of it, but I'll scrape my knees and scar my sins. I hope you never